Hey everyone, Kristen here with Free Spirit Beading for Softlex Company. I'm live here on Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and today we're going to be using the fabulous Flamingo design kit to make some fabulous tropical earrings. I'm going to be using the kit along with some of our Softlex craft wire in 24 gauge. You can also probably use 22 gauge. I just happened to have an excess of 24 gauge, so I decided to go with that for some wire wrapping around a flamingo finding that was in the kit. So how is everybody today? I hope you had a nice long weekend if you're here in the US for the holiday, and that was safe and a good one. I actually got out of the heat during the week because I figured the holiday weekend is really busy for people to go up north. And so we decided to just play hooky one day during the week and take a little day trip out of the heat of Arizona. And that was sort of our big adventure before the weekend began. This way we didn't have to sit in the normal holiday traffic. But it was really lovely to get out of the heat. We've had extreme heat here in Arizona. It's been like 105, 110, 113. It's been really hot. And where we went was just about 2 hours away and about 30 degrees cooler. So that was fabulous. Hello, so many of you joining me. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Dana. Hi, Roberta. Who else is here? Anita and Brenda and Sandy, Cecilia and Terry and Debbie. So great to see everyone. Hey, Deb. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Teresa. I also got to do a in-person mixed media art meditation class here in the Phoenix area on Saturday morning. That was really lovely. I'm got a wonderful space in Phoenix called Kaya Holistic, who was really excited to be bringing some creative classes in her event lineup. And which was really great. When I met with her, she specifically was like, hey, I'm wondering if there's anybody that does earth paints. And I was like, I do. I have been making my own watercolors with earth pigments since 2021. And I tried acrylics too, mixed results on that, but I love the watercolors. But I haven't really had a chance to share that with anybody yet, other than just doing them on my own and maybe sharing them in a video here or there on my YouTube channel. So that was really fun. I mixed up some little sets of 6 colors that you can purchase like in addition, but I brought the ones that I mixed up with me to the class so that everyone could get to try them and see how they work. And they're really, really lovely and luscious. So it was really fun to have that synchronicity where I was showing up to chat with her about doing some creative classes. And then she said she was looking forward to using some earth paints. And I was like, I've been wanting to share them. I've been wanting to do more of that. So it just sort of worked out. I'm going to do a class with her like that once a month. So if you're in the Valley of the Sun, you can always come join me and take it. It's really easy, beginner class. It's very open-ended, lots of just play and experimenting, and just the way I like it. So you can always find out more about what I've got going on aside from Softlex Company on my website, KristenFagan.com. I just worked on it a little bit yesterday. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do always. So I fixed up my homepage, but I still have a lot of work on the rest of the website. It's never ending, right? So I did that. And then I also organized my closet yesterday. Some of you might have been on the call with Christy Friesen, our friend. She does a Sunday chat. I joined her and I decided to organize my closet in rainbow colors while we were chatting, and it was really it was really fun. So I did that this weekend too. So I had a very creative holiday weekend. Very hot in Myrtle Beach. I know it's hot everywhere, right? It's been a really hot week or so, which was one of the things that I was like, get out of the heat and come create with me, because this time of year is super, super hot. Oh, Dana, it takes a lot to keep up with a website. It really does. I mean, it's hours upon hours at Softlegs Company to keep up with it, but I do not spend nearly enough time on my own site. If I get over there to fix things up once every couple of months, then I'm doing pretty well. I have to change that. I have to work on that or simplify it, right? Barbara is asking, where is Sarah? Sarah is she is in California, and she's live on Wednesdays. So Wednesday is her live day. Monday is my live day. Hot there too, Teresa says. I know, it's so hot everywhere. I hope you were able to stay cool and get in the pool if you could, cool down. Kelly says it's freezing in the UK. So she's on the opposite end of the spectrum, huh? So I am going to do a giveaway here during the video. I'll choose a winner at the end. Use the hashtag fabulous. You'll see it's running along the bottom of the screen. You must be here live. And I will choose a winner at the end. You must still be here. Let us know. If you're not here, you will forfeit your prize and we'll move on to someone else. And we were talking about it before the video, and I think I'm going to do another kit. So I'm going to give away another fabulous Flamingo kit. We still have a few in stock, and the materials I'm using are not like just from one or the other item. It's from the kit itself. So I was like, it just had those holiday weekend vibes. Long weekend, I'm coming in with another kit giveaway. So enjoy that. We've got a sale happening at softflexcompany.com that is good until till tomorrow, July 8th. Let me go ahead and pop that up here. It's our summer sale. You must enter the coupon code SUMMER15 to get 15% off extra on either the full retail price, or if it is something that's already discounted, you may get all the way up to 50% off depending on that item. So basically that code will get you 15% off of whatever the lowest sale price is over at softflexcompany.com. It's good for items in our holiday category. So if you go to shop and then click on holidays, that everything in there will be accessible with this coupon. You can also just click on the summer sale banner that you see on our homepage, and that will take you to the category where all of the items are for sale. It's not valid with any other order discounts, and it ends tomorrow, July 8th, or while supplies last. Only one coupon per order, so just remember that if you're trying to use multiple coupons. It's only going to allow you to use one coupon per order, and it'll take the last coupon that you enter. We also have a summer break kids beading kit that has been price dropped. So you can check that out. It's got a little bit of a lower price, and it's in the category, the summer sale category. So you'll get an extra 15% off that. We also price dropped our Stars and Stripes goodie bag. I have one here. We have one left online. So if you love red, white, and blue designing for the holiday, I know that 4th of July is past, but you've got Memorial Day coming up, and you can use it for Labor Day, all sorts of American holidays. So grab that. That's been marked down to 50% off. Kits are included in that sale. So our Enchanted Forest kit, that is our next month, actually the end of this month, we'll be opening this monthly kit. That's 15% off. The Carnival kit, which is our TGBE kit, and that's happening later this month, July 19th, I believe, is our presentation. at 1 p.m. Pacific time with Sarah and I. So grab that kit. And then the fabulous Flamingo kit that I'll be working with today, the supplies that are left, you can get 15% off of those. All right, so let's turn you down to my beading table. And we'll take a look. Oh, I have, I look like they just drove by. So I am having someone look at my air conditioning unit. They just got here. There's probably going to be some dogs barking and some noise. I apologize in advance for that, but it is what it is, right? They said they were going to come between 10 and 2. And of course, I was like, of course they're going to show up right when I'm on my video. So we made these last week because in the fabulous Flamingo kit, you get these great eyeglass holders. And so I've been wearing these. I've been enjoying this, especially when I'm like going to the store or something and I want my glasses on while I'm driving, and then I could just take them off and let them hang around my neck while I shop. And then they're right there where I left them when I get back in the car. So that's been super helpful. We made this last Monday. And I used beads from the kit, as well as I introduced my own green seed beads and these turquoise roller beads that we have at softluxcompany.com. So I added those to the mix. Really fun. I need to get more of these little eyeglass holders now because I want to make more of them for all of my sunglasses. Super fabulous. Super fabulous. This is what we're going to make today. We're going to use the Flamingo component, add these really sweet flower beads that you've got in the fabulous Flamingo bead mix, and then add these little turquoise rounds, which came in the kit. And then lastly is this little peach crystal or coral kind of flamingo-y color that came in the crystal mix. Aren't they cute? Hopefully I can remember how I did it because I did it last week. So we'll work on that in a minute. Ooh, and I think I fixed the switching of the, oh no, it just did it. Just as I said that, huh? I changed one of the settings to see if I can, there were 2 settings that were possibly I have to turn off. And so I changed one of them. I probably have to do the other one too. These are our new Tiara cast connectors that we have in the antique brass color and the silver. Really pretty. Sarah made some earrings with these with the beading party with Stacy Rabbit last week. How fun was that? Stacy is new to us on our beading parties. That was really great to have her on. And we have Becky joining us this week. She's also going to be using the fabulous Flamingo kit. So lots of fabulous Flamingo design inspiration happening. So you can grab these. These are almost gone. These are magnetic clasps. These are also from Tiara Cast. I don't know how loud you hear them, but they're going to be angry as someone walks into the house, especially because I have them in the bedroom. Anyway, we have 2 left of this one, of the antique brass. We have a handful left of the silver, and we're going to be ordering some more of these, but they might take a little while because they're now made in Greece. So it takes us a little bit to get these in stock. And the other, this one. Here we go. The other thing we added were these post earrings. They have little drops at the bottom. They come with the backs, which is awesome. And we've got them in antique brass and silver. I think these are called antique silver too. Aw, Kelly said it's beautiful hearing the dogs. They're usually pretty quiet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that other setting. I do like the macro setting though, because you get a really clear picture when I get up close. So that's the difference. When I get up close, it changes it. And when I pull it think when I pull them further away, it might switch the camera. All right, so here's a little batch of our fabulous flamingo. Oh my gosh, Sherry, did Sarah mention that? Because she said that to me, and it's like one of those things that like once you see it, I feel like it looks like a I actually see them as like a Bug's Life or something, you know, with the big eyes and the little mouth. But once you hang beads from there, you won't see that anymore. Like that's you're just seeing that because the open because it's got a little open hole there. But it's funny. Sarah mentioned that to me, and then I was like, "Yep, now I can't unsee it." Yep, I'm using an iPhone, and I just got a new one, so I had a. So I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about the new capabilities. So here is the fabulous Flamingo Crystal Mix. Ooh, so pretty. This is from, Dina noticed the faces too. I love it. It's so funny. I wasn't going to mention it because once you see it, it's hard to unsee it. But you guys mentioned it first, so I have to say something. This is such a pretty mix. I love these chartreuse beads. They're my favorite. But really pretty. You can get these in the kit. You can also get them separately. It's called the Fabulous Flamingo Crystal Mix. And this is curated from our friend Kay over at Stars Beads and Beadoria. And then we've got the Fabulous Flamingo Bead Mix, which what did I use from here? So from the crystal bead mix, I only used this guy, right? Yeah, I only used the drop, the crystal drop. I used the flowers and this little pink bead. All of these guys at the bottom came from the Fabulous Flamingo Bead Mix. Again, this comes in the kit, or you can purchase it separately. I'm not going to open this one right now. You can see our opening videos from Monday and from last Wednesday. Take a look at that more closely. And, oh, I don't even have one of those flowers out here. But I do have to open this. I have to get one of these flowers. There we go. So these three are from that bead mix. This one is from the crystal mix. And then these glass turquoise rounds were in the Fabulous Flamingo kit and only in the kit, along with these Fabulous Flamingo findings. These were in the kit and only in the kit. And then of course I've got my ball ear wire, which came in my kit, but you can also purchase those separately. You can use 22 gauge or 24 gauge. I ended up with 24 gauge. I have a lot of it. I have this one, and then I have a whole brand new spool. So I decided to work with that one today. I think either one of them would be just fine. Rustic Dragonfly says, I have to get a new phone soon too. I'm panicking about all the new settings. There's not too many. I would say this is probably the only setting that feels a little like I have to figure out because of the switching back and forth. Whoop, whoop. See how it just did it then? Kelly, I went into my camera settings, and in there was a place called lens, like lens switching. And so I turned that off. And then the other one was a macro setting, like automatic macro setting. I left that on because I like that. But I think for this to stop doing the switching, I probably have to turn that one off too. They're both in your general settings section, and then go to camera and you'll see them in there. All right, so let's cut ourselves some craft wire. This is Softflex craft wire, non-tarnished, silver plated. I'm using 24 gauge, and it's a copper core with a enamel coating on top. I don't remember how much I cut the first time, of course. So I'm just going to do, what is the length of this? I usually do like the length of my bead mat, the longer side, which I think is like 14 inches. That's like a default for me to just do that size and then hope for the best. So I'm pretty sure I had leftover. We're going to go ahead and make this one. Exactly, Sherry. That's what I did 5 minutes before this video. I just Googled how to stop the lens switching. And I got a few things to try. So all right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap. I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to wrap like 3 wraps around, and then we'll add our flower. It looks like I'm going from the back to the center of that flower. So I'll start over here, and I'm actually going to give myself, I don't know what this is. What do you call that? About a little over an inch. Maybe I'll do it a little longer, 1.5 inches. And I'm going to start right where this little table, this little piece is, where they connect. And it has like a little flat spot. I'm going to go ahead and take the shorter end in and through. And I actually ended up using my pliers a lot because of the thinner gauge. It was just easier for me to pull it tight. I'm going to wrap that around, and I'm going to be working from the bottom up on this one, and then I'll trim off whatever's left after 3 wraps. A lot of times I just wrap with my fingers, but I found when I'm using this smaller gauge that I needed a little bit of plier help. Woo-wee, I think he's got the heat on right now because I'm feeling warm air pumping down on me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim with my flush side, my flat side towards my piece. Trim that little tail off. And now my wire is started here on my flamingo. And then you can squish it down if they came a little bit apart. I'm also going to just work to tuck that in a little bit better. Tuck that tail so it doesn't snag on anything. I felt like there was hot air coming out just now. So it's like, oh, okay. That's why. I just.
He said that the built-in circuit protector didn't stop it. It's going to tell like a circuit protector thing on it.
Right.
It's perfect condition.
Okay. Yeah, we had our power go out this week. I think it was, I don't remember what day it was, but with that, the air conditioning felt a little weird. We had to kind of change our breaker. And so we wanted them to come look. I'm making it the same because my finding is the same. I guess I could mirror image it. I was thinking there was a front and back, but maybe there's not. Maybe I should try that. Thanks, Dana. I was going to go the same way, but I love how I moved that, and I'm like working right on that really busy background. Okay, so maybe I will. So I'm going to go around one more time so that I can put my flower on this side. So I want it to be coming in from the back. Take my long wire through, coming in from the back to the front, and then I'm going to add this flower. Perfect timing to catch me before I put it on there. I thought, yeah, when I looked at it last week, I thought one side felt like a front and back, but they actually can be swapped easily. So now I'll make them mirror image. So we've got our first flower. And one of the things I did is I took the flower, I love this nail polish, always gets ticked off when I use when I use craft wire. I took the wire around my finding and I leave a little space that I can add that dangle. It's actually attached to the wire that's coming from the pink flower. So I'm going to take it around and I'm going to bring it up through the other side of the feet. So go down here and then bring my wire through on the other side of the feet. I probably have way too much wire, honestly. And you want to pull it tight, but not too tight because I want to leave a little bit of space there to add my dangle later. I tried one version where I added the dangle first, and I actually found it harder. So I'm going to add it last. All right, so now I'm going to add this yellow bead cap and the little pink flower. I'm going to cut a little bit of wire off. Hopefully I don't need that, but it feels a little long. So again, coming out from the back to the front, I'm adding this little flower bead cap, and then I'm adding this little pink Carolyn, let's see. Oh, Shanae, what's the best wire to start with when beading? If you want to start with bead stringing, then the best wire would be Softlex medium diameter. And I would highly suggest grabbing one of our kits because we will give you some of our medium beading wire along with all of the other things you need and the crimps, the clasp, the ear wires, so that you can start beading super easily. So I would grab one of our beading kits. They're right now on sale, 15% off with the code SUMMER15. And you can get the Flamingo kit that I'm working with today, or you can pick up the Enchanted Forest kit, or you can even pick up the Carnival kit, which I can't remember what's in here, but a lot of times with TGBE, we give you some of our craft wire and some of our beading wire. Craft wire is for wire working, like what I'm doing now, wrapping, making connectors, making loops. And then Softlex beading wire is for stringing and really good for starting out stringing necklaces and bracelets and earrings. Okay, so now I've got my wire coming through here, and I'm just going to pick a petal and kind of feed the wire through one of those petals there so it kind of catches in between one of these petals. And then I can wrap it around. Whoops. And I'm going to wrap it around the frame, trying not to wrap it around my fabulous flamingo. Now I'm using my fingers. I'm going to go grab the tool again so I could pull it a little tighter. Let me see, how many loops did I do? It looks like I did 2 and then I added the bead. So let's go through 2 times. And then I'm going to add one of these little turquoise glass rounds, which came in the kit. I'm going to hold it in place on my frame here so that I can feed the wire through and around and keep the bead on the outside. And then it looks like I went around 2 times. And then I'll add another of those. Dana says, everything in the carnival kit is great. Yeah, the carnival kit would be a good kit if you want both some beading wire and some craft wire to play with. I'm excited to play with that. We'll be doing the presentation for the Great Bead Extravaganza, but it'll also be posted on the Softflex Company YouTube channel, as well as the Great Bead Extravaganza's Facebook page and YouTube channel. So I'm going to go around twice again, just like I did the other two times, and add my last bead. I'm holding that bead in place so that it kind of is close to the frame. Just be careful, because I tend to catch that flamingo a little bit. And then I ended it with 3 wraps. So I'm going to go around 3 times. 1, 2, and cinch them up a little closer, and 3. I still had quite a bit of wire left, so I probably could knock that down to like 10 inches or so. And then I'm going to look at my other pair here, see kind of where they line up. This one looks like it's just pushed a little closer, so I'm just going to squish these on this side down a little bit more. And you can just do that with your hand, just to kind of squish them up a little bit. Turn it to the back side, and I'll trim off. Let's see how much wire I cut off, actually. You have a better idea of what you need. To start with. So I cut off about 8 inches. So what I do, 14 or 4? Yeah, you do want a little extra to work with. So I probably cut like 8 inches to start, just because I like to have a little extra wire and not run out. So I'm going to squish that down, tuck in that tail. Looking super cute. And now we're just going to add our little dangle. I did my dangle with 24 gauge also. You can probably go up a little bit if you want to. 24 is pretty thin. I was a little nervous about it not fitting in there. Let me see if the 22 will fit. Avanda says these earrings are adorable, so perfect. Oh, look at that. It's like raving now. Oh yeah, 22 will fit. 22 will fit just fine. Maybe I will do it 22 and then I can update that one later just to make it a little sturdier. Thank you. I'm glad you like my colors I chose, my little soft tropical colors. So you just need a few inches to make this little dangle. I'm going to grab this peachy corally color bead. I'm going to go about a quarter of an inch, a quarter of the way of whatever the length is. Wrap it up around. like so. And then I'm actually going to take it around my piece that's standing here. So this one's standing straight. I want to wrap this one around it. Why do my fingers not want to do that right now? There we go. And just go around it like 1 or 2 times is fine. Trim that off. And it becomes like a little beaded head pin of sorts. Tuck that in. And then you can decide if you want your little wire to be in the front or in the back. I'm going to go ahead and turn that wire down 90 degrees. I'm going to grab my multi-mandrel plier. I love this guy. I think I used this one here. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's the 4th size, just because I wanted to make sure it was big enough to hang down. Let's see if that's true, because this doesn't look as big now that it's over here. Ah, maybe I used the second one. That's what happens when you bead and then have a long weekend. Don't remember what you did on the first pair. You got to do 2 earrings at the same time. I was thinking that. I was thinking painting that. Okay, so I'm just going to do the second one. I think that's what I ended up doing before. So we're going to go around that one. Make my loop. I'm not going to close it yet because I want to add it to my binding. So I'm just going to open that loop slightly so that I can add it onto here. And I just tucked that right in underneath that pink flower. And you can hold on to your loop with your pliers and then wrap either with your pliers or your hand. Go around from the loop down towards the bead. And mine's going to be a little bit of a messy wrap. I like it. And then just trim off the excess in the back. Wish I could just trim off the excess in the back. As I said that, I was like, oh, that would be fun. That would be good. I ended up with this one being kind of having the wrapping in the front, which I'm okay. You could always twist. You can always twist this a little bit more if you want to get that loop in the back, that wrapping in the back, I mean. Cute. Okay, so now to add my ear wire, because this has a cool little ball on the end, you can't just slide it on that way. It won't fit, but that's okay because you just go from the back of your ear wire straight in, and that'll hang that way. And then you just can take your pliers and close it up. There you go. Cute, cute, cute. I think I'm going to just go ahead and fix this one. If you guys don't mind, I will give you last chance to go ahead and enter our giveaway. I'm going to add this one on a 22 gauge too, just so they're the same. Use that hashtag Flamingo to enter. We do have a live sale happening this week, so be sure to save the date for Thursday. 1 p.m. Pacific time is when we go live. I'm sure it'll be extra special since they were off last week with the holiday and also Rose's birthday. they'll be ready to be back with a new live sale. You can shop through Monday. So the sale happens on Thursday live, and then you've got through to Monday night to be able to shop. Some things are low quantity and very limited. So I would suggest shopping as close to Thursday as you can. If you see something is sold out, we have a lovely waitlist option now, which is fabulous. I think that's one of the best features. Also, just shopping is a little bit easier on the new app that we have. So you can download the Softflex Company app from Apple devices or Android and shop with us that way. Ooh, I love that you're going to use this idea for some other items in your stash. I'm glad it's inspired you. It's fun to wire wrap, right? I think it's always fun to I don't know, with these little flowers. I always like flowers and like little leaves and stuff. I always think they're so fun when they're wire wrapped. Oh, that one ended up having the little wire in the front too, but now I moved the other one and put the wire in the back. So let me try and slide it on the other way and see if that puts the wire. There we go. That puts the wire in the back. Perfect. Perfect for that tropical getaway or that tropical getaway in your mind. Oh, is there some confusion? It's right below on the bottom of my screen. It says comment #fabulous. Did I say the wrong thing? So it needs to be #fabulous to go into the entry. My apologies if I said the wrong thing. We have it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Thank you guys for pointing that out. And let's see if I missed any other, let me see if I missed any other messages or questions while I was making away. Ooh, Sherry has to get the Enchanted Forest. Dana says another winner. Already rounding up some beads from other sources to add to it. It's very pretty, Enchanted Forest. I love all of our kits though. So that's like, you know. Yes, you can always see the hashtag. Should be scrolling on the bottom of the screen. So I'm sorry if I said the wrong thing. #fabulous. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, looks like I caught up with some of the comments. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Thank you. I can't wait to use this tissue paper too. I'll probably bring it to one of my mixed media classes because tissue paper is fun to use in artwork. And I love the greens. I love, love, love the greens. Okay, so what's going on with my giveaway here? I'm not seeing any entries. Did I spell it right? Fabulous. Is that the problem? No, I spelled it right. What's happening? Did I choose the wrong stream? I might have. I might have chose the wrong stream. The giveaway is having technical difficulties today. There we go. I put it on the wrong stream. So I've got a few of you coming in. Fabulous hashtag. 23 of you so far. Use that hashtag fabulous. Yeah, it caught a bunch of you, but it might not have caught everybody. So do it one more time. Just in case you put the one I said before, which I'm not going to say again, so I don't confuse anybody. Just have a certain bird on the brain. These are really cute. I would definitely take these on vacation. Or like I said, a vacation in my mind, right? Oh, got a lot of you coming in. Got 40 entries now. Do. 43. You guys are coming in fast and furious, so I will hang out for another second and let all these entries come in. I might as well share the sale one more time while I let you guys do that. Summer sale happening over at softflexcompany.com. Enter the coupon code SUMMER15. One coupon per order. It's good for all the items in our shop holidays category, which you can get to from the shop navigation and then click on holidays, or you can click on this banner on the homepage. And that is good until tomorrow, Tuesday, July 8th at midnight Pacific time. It's not valid with any other order discounts, and it's while supplies last. And that includes all of the kits we were talking about. Carnival, Enchanted Forest, the Flamingo are all in there on sale, as well as the summer break kids beading kit is in there that you can get the sale. Just until tomorrow, though, so you got to act fast. All right, here we go. Going to draw my winner, which probably highly likely you're still here, which is great because we had to enter kind of towards the end. Oh, Debbie Johnson. Debbie, I think you were the first person here on the stream today. That is fabulous. Just let us know that you're still here, Debbie. Zach is saying, thank you, Thomas, for sharing a picture of a real pink flamingo. That was a really good picture, Thomas. She's here. Hooray, hooray. Congrats, Debbie. Please email us at info@softflexcompany.com. Let us know your shipping address, and we will get your kit prize to you in the mail. Hooray, hooray. Yeah, if anyone else has flamingo pictures to share, in addition to your creations, go ahead and add them to the SoftFlex VIB studio on Facebook. I have one too that I haven't added yet, but Thomas, you blew us all away with your picture. It was really good. He totally forgot he took that one. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check it out in the VIB Studio Facebook group. You could probably search Flamingo or search Thomas and you'll find it. Hooray, hooray. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today and doing some beading. It's been a lot of fun, super fabulous as always. Be sure to tune in with Sarah and Becky Foster, who is our guest for a beading party this week on Wednesday. And that new time is 1 p.m. Pacific time. So be sure to join Sarah on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And then we'll also have a live sale on Thursday at 1 p.m. as well. Joyce is not here this week. She will be back next week. So look for her next week. In addition to me on Monday at 1 p.m., I'll be back next week with another episode of Free Spirit Beading. Bye, everyone. Have a fabulous time.